To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This meeting is officially called to order. Roll call, please.
Trustee Eves.
Present.
Trustee Lilly.
Present.
Trustee Dunlap. Trustee Blakey.
President.
Trustee Clark. Trustee Marshall.
We have- Thank you. We have a quorum. Is there anyone here tonight that is interested in addressing the board? If so, you may come forward now. Hello there, gentlemen.
I'm Lawrence Bova. I'm the owner of Lola's Gaming Cafe and Next Door Neighbor.
And I'm Thomas Moore, the general manager of Lola's.
We wanted to stop by tonight to let you know we were notified this week from the Cook County Assessor that our Class A incentives up for renewal. We're going to put together a packet of information that will drop off next week. If you have any questions at all, feel free to contact me. Contact information, and when I come over, we come over and discuss what we're going to do. We just wanted to let you know that we need to get something done.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there anyone else that's here tonight that is interested in addressing the board? If not, we'll move on. Is there a motion to approve minutes dated February 13, 2024?
Support.
Motion by Dunlap, supported by Lilly. Roll call.
Eves.
Yes.
Lilly.
Yes.
Dunlap. Blakey.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
That motion carries. We'll now move on to our standing committee reports, beginning with Public Works. Good evening.
I just wanted to let you know that our cleanup week will be starting May 6th. More information will be sent out to the residents, and I want to remind everybody, one pass per street. So, we'll have to have it out by Sunday, and we don't know what, yet what the route is going to be. One pass per street. Thank you very much, and that's the end of my report.
Thank you. We'll now move on to Economic Development. Trustee Blakey.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming out tonight. It's always a pleasure to see a full room. Community engagement is imperative to an effective community, so we appreciate everyone coming out this evening. Economic development, we are all looking forward to the opening of Dunkin' Donuts, which is right at the corner of Torrance and Glenwood Dyer Road. They have received their transformer. They do have power now, and so we are looking forward to being able to run by there in the morning and get donuts or breakfast sandwiches or what have you very soon. We'll keep you updated as to when that ribbon cutting is going to be. And the same applies to BAM, Body and Mind, which is right across the street from there. They're making tremendous progress as well, and so we're looking forward to them opening up. That's all I have for economic development. Can I move on to community affairs?
Yes.
Thank you very much. We have a number of events coming up, but before we get to the events, I just want to thank both the Sand Ridge School District 172 as well as Sunnybrook School District 171 for their Black Heritage and Black History Month events that they had. Heritage Middle School had their event, which was a Black Heritage event, which was on February the 22nd, and Sand Ridge had theirs on February the 27th. Sand Ridge really went all out this year. Each one of the classes from 1st through 8th grade did a presentation during this particular program. They had drums, they had a whole bunch of different things. And it highlighted just the diversity not only of the school but also of the community. There were parents there, parents and residents from the community that supported the Black History Month program, as well as all of the students had roles to play. I've never been a part or never been privy to a Black History program that encompassed 1st through 8th grade, and every class had a role to play in this program. And so kudos to both Heritage and Sand Ridge, in particular Sand Ridge, because of the excellent job that they did and the students did. We have a number of updates as it relates to, not updates, but dates, upcoming events, I should say. Our Easter egg hunt is going to happen on March the 23rd at Liberty Park from noon to 3 p.m. And this is the date that you want to put down and mark your calendars, and it's August the 10th. That's going to be our Lynwood Fest this year. Our Lynwood Fest is always just a really good time, and you want to make sure that you have your tents and your family and let everybody know to come out on that particular day, because we have a lot of fun on that day. And so August 10th, if you please mark your calendars for August 10th, 4 p.m. To 10 p.m. at Liberty Park. We also have a Business Appreciation Day that's coming up on April the 12th. And then on May 10th, Mother's Day Bingo, Cop on Top of Dunkin' Donuts. That's going to happen on May 17th. That's always an annual fundraiser. Memorial Day Coffee with the Veterans on May 24th. And then Lindinia is happening, Lindinia #1 is also happening on June 22nd. And that's all I have, Madam Mayor. Thank you very much.
If I could just make one correction. Lynwood Fest this year will actually be at the Southland Center, not at Liberty Park.
Oh, sorry, thank you.
Thank you. Planning and zoning, Trustee Lilly.
Madam Mayor, good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's well.
Good evening.
All right, I have a number of ordinances and resolutions I'm seeking motions on. The first is a second read action taken.
Are you doing planning and zoning first?
I'm sorry, Madam Mayor.
That's
Planning
okay.
and zoning, I have no report on. May I move on to ordinances and resolutions?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for correcting me. I have first item, a second read action taken on resolution number 24-5, a resolution authorizing village president to execute a settlement agreement.
There's a motion. Is it supported? Motion by Lilly, supported by Eves. Attorney Boyle.
Yes, good evening, everyone. This is a second reading on a settlement for a claim made by a resident for repairs to a front lawn area necessitated by work that was being done for water mains when the Dollar General store was constructed. It's a settlement that cost that's being shared by the village and Ariba Construction, and the total cost to the district in terms of settling this is $1,470.
Roll call.
Eves.
Yes.
Lilly.
Yes.
Dunlap.
Yes.
Blakey.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
That motion carries.
Great. Next item is a second read action taken on resolution number 24-6, a resolution requesting Community Development Block Grant, or CDBG, funds for program year 2024 and authorizing application for same concerning 2023 CDBG roadway construction project.
There's a motion. Is it supported?
Supported.
Motion by Lilly, supported by Dunlap. Attorney Boyle.
Yeah, this is a second read on this resolution. It's a requirement for you in order to make your application to CDBG for your allocation of funding for this year's work on the project that was a roadway project that was begun last year.
Roll call.
Eves.
Yes.
Lilly.
Yes.
Dunlap.
Yes.
Blakey.
Yes.
Marshall.
That motion
All
carries.
right, next item is a first read, no action taken, ordinance number 24-07, an ordinance of the Village of Lynwood, Illinois, amending fines for certain parking and vehicle offenses.
There's a motion. Is it supported? Motion by Lilly, supported by Eves. Attorney Boyle.
Yes, this is an ordinance that's coming to you on a recommendation from your police department. And what it does is it increases fines for parking of illegal parking of commercial vehicles, tractors, trailers, things of that nature, and overweight vehicles being driven on village roads, both dedicated streets and larger highways.
Thank you. Roll call.
Eves.
Yes.
Lilly.
Yes.
Dunlap.
Yes.
Blakey.
Yes.
Marshall.
That motion
All
carries.
right, my last item is a first read, no action taken, ordinance number 24-08, an ordinance of the Village of Lynwood, Illinois, amending fees for peddlers licenses, raffle licenses, and solicitation permits.
There's a motion. Is it supported?
Supported.
Motion by Lilly, supported by Eves. Attorney Boyle.
Yes, this, this ordinance is coming to you on recommendation from the village clerk. It's making changes to the fees that Trustee Lilly had just mentioned, which from my understanding hadn't been adjusted in quite some time now. So it would be covering fees for charitable organizations and I suppose any kind of a group that would qualify under your ordinance to run a raffle as well as the fees for solicitor permits, both for-profit and nonprofit, and hawkers licenses, itinerant street merchant licenses.
Thank you. Roll call?
Eves.
Yes.
Lilly.
Yes.
Dunlap.
Yes.
Blakey.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
That motion carries.
This concludes my report, Madam Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Finance, Trustee Eves.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
Motion
evening.
to approve bill payment memo 1492. Total cash disbursement, $368,509.63, which includes payroll for the period of February 4th, 2024 through February 17th, 2024, in the total amount of $166,560.61.
There's a motion. Is it supported? Motion by Eves, supported by Dunlap. Roll call?
Eves.
Yes.
Lilly.
Yes.
Dunlap. Blakey.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
That motion carries.
Madam Mayor, I would like to inform everyone that due to non-participation or enrollment, the financial literacy class for high school students, 9th through 12th grade, will be postponed. Hopefully, we will get some students in the fall, or if we decide to do the summer program, maybe we can get some enrollment then. I'm not going to stop trying to get your children to become financially literate. So please, if you have a 9th through 12th grader and they do not have to live in the village of Lynwood, a cousin, a friend's kid or grandkid, they are more than welcome to come to the program. It's a free 6-week program. We offer not only valuable information, which First National Bank of Lynwood collaborates with us to give that information. We also give service hours to those students, as well as different little incentives. They leave with a savings account that we deposit money in to get them started. So it's an excellent program. I also would like to inform everyone that the scholarship, for the Lynwood Scholarship, our raffle will begin April 1st. Tickets are on sale now. The tickets are $5 each. It's for the entire month of April. Winner is determined by the Illinois Pick 3 Evening Lottery. So you get 30 chances to win through the entire month of April. Please support us so we can provide scholarships for much needed scholarship for the students of Lynwood. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Public Safety, Trustee Marshall.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Looking for a motion to approve the promotion of Dave Bundy to part-time fire captain for the village of Lynwood.
There's a motion. Is it supported? Motion by Marshall, supported by Lilly. Roll call?
Eves.
Yes.
Lilly.
Yes.
Dunlap.
Yes.
Blakey.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
That motion carries.
Also looking for a motion to approve Brandon Harrison as a part-time police officer for the village of Lynwood.
There's a motion. Is it supported?
Supported.
Motion by Marshall, supported by Eves. Roll call?
Eves.
Yes.
Lilly.
Yes.
Dunlap.
Yes.
Blakey.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
That motion carries.
That's all I have, Madam Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Sit tight, gentlemen. We'll move on to our department reports, beginning with our police department. Chief Thomas.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mayor, Council. Stats for since February 13, 172 traffic stops, 13 arrests, 2 guns recovered, 235 building checks, 14 domestics, 84 ordinance violation, and 772 calls for service. At this time, Mayor, we have some awards and commendations we want to give. I would like to pass that into a later portion of your council meeting.
Okay, thank you. We'll now move on to fire. Chief Alston?
Good evening, Madam Mayor,
Good
Council.
evening.
Stats for the fire department, a total of 23 ambulance calls, 1 vehicle accident with injuries, 1 CO call, 3 invalid assists, 1 station coverage assignment, 2 calls unfounded, 1 call of controlled burning, and 2 calls of a fire alarm activation, totaling 34 calls. And then I just want to say congratulations to Captain Bundy on making it happen. That is my report.
Great. Thank you. We will move on to Public Works. Mr. Garcia.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just want to talk about our productivity. Since our last meeting, we've had one water main break. We've repaired one hydrant. I want to thank my Public Works crew for coming out Saturday morning at 1 in the morning to salt the entire town. They came out for about 4 or 5 hours to make sure everything was safe for the entire community. And as we're going into our spring, even though it is still kind of winter, chipping starts April 6th. We'll have more details for you guys in the upcoming weeks. That ends my report.
Thank you. Village Engineer, Mrs. McPherson.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I have no report today, but Mr. Dave Schillings has something he'd like to say.
We'll just bend over and talk loudly. I was disappointed that I was not able to attend the meeting that you made the announcement for Brittany, so I wanted to come by tonight and just say thank you. It was great working with you guys. Anybody that's been around for a while can see the dramatic difference in the village the past couple of years, and I'm very happy to have been a part of it. And I also want to say I'm not going anywhere. As of last week, I've been promoted. I'm now Brittany's direct supervisor. So, along with the third engineer in our little group, we'll make sure that Lynwood is constantly getting the top-level engineering services. So, thank you again.
Thank you, Dave.
Awesome. Congratulations. Very exciting. We're very excited for you. We want to thank you for all that you've done. From day one, you came in, met with us, and you've been very patient with us and held our hand and showed us the way, showed us the ropes, and we're very appreciative. We also appreciate the fact that you eased Brittany in. Many people didn't see Brittany sitting in the back for probably the past year, maybe. And so it's been a very smooth transition, and Brittany is delightful to work with, so thank you. All right. Finance, Mrs. Switterick.
Thank you, Mayor. It's that time of year again. It's time to start the budget. So in the next couple of weeks, I will be sitting down with each department head to start the budget process. And that ends my report.
Thank you. Building Department, Mrs. Hurley. Ms. Hurley.
Thank you. I mean, you trying to tell me something?
Anybody have a ring in their pocket tonight?
Slow down. The number of permits issued from January 25th to February 27th were at 13, with a permit fee total of $2,895. Full valuation of $163,903. Contractor registration has expired. So if you're using a contractor, we want to continue to remind you to make sure your contractors are registered with the village so that we can make sure that they are licensed and insured, have the appropriate credentials for the jobs that they're doing for you all, and as well as make sure you're getting your permits so you're making sure you get your inspections on the work that's being done so that if anything else happens, you know that it was taken care of through your permit process, and we can always go back through the process and call that the contractor in return. If you have any additional questions or concerns, you can call us at 708-758-6101 and hit option 4 for the building department. And that ends my report.
Thank you. Attorney Boyle?
No report.
Madam Clerk?
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor. I just wanted to let everybody know that the presidential election is upon us. Early voting begins March 4th through March 18th. It will be held at Sandridge School. The address is 2950 Glenwood Dyer Road. Monday through Saturday will be 9 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4, and your vote matters. So please get out and make a difference. And then now I would like to swear in our newest officers.
Will Dave Bundy come forward? Tonight, Dave will be pinned by his mother, Mary Bundy. So, Mom, I need you to come forward as well. And I'm going to ask our police and fire commissioners to come forward. Hold on.
raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Illinois, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Fire Captain for the Village of Lynwood according to the best of my ability. Congratulations, Captain.
Captain, congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right. And now I will ask Brandon Harrison to come forward. Tonight, Brandon will be pinned by Vicki Harrison. Is this Mom? Mom? Brandon.
Brandon, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
Brandon Harrison.
Do solemnly swear
Solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of Illinois,
of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and will faithfully discharge
the duties of
the duties of
the office of
office of
part-time police officer
part-time police
for
officer
the Village of Lynwood
for the Village of Lynwood
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of the ability.
Congratulations, officer.
You want to shake some hands?
That's awesome.
All right.
And that completes my report.
If I could just add on to your report, if you feel the excitement up here and in the room, it's because you saw two of our own being elevated. Captain Bundy has been with us for many years, and Brandon is currently working in our police records department, and he has been on a journey to become a police officer. And so there is no greater joy than we have here at the Village of Lynwood than to be able to see this young man matriculate into being one of the best police officers out here on the street. So we look forward to the journey for both of you, and congratulations. I just have two things I want to share, and I'm going to yield the rest of my time back to Chief Thomas. At our last board meeting, I shared with the community that Whole Chunk Nation announced that they were going to be closing the Southland Center effective March 31st. I have been meeting with them and continue to meet with them. They have made the decision to delay that closing, which is great news. It is progress. I will be meeting with all of the legislators next week to see if we can come up with a final agreement, but I'm very hopeful that we will be able to keep the Southland Center open, as it is a staple here in the Village of Lynwood. Last thing I want to share is that if you received your water bill, there was a letter included in your water bill. We made the decision a little over a year ago to move to bi-monthly billing. That decision was made prior to us taking the water rate increase. We recognize that receiving a 2-month bill with the new rates has been pretty hefty for some of you. We've heard you, and so the village has made the decision to move back to monthly billing. So this last bill that you received is the last 2-month bill. The bill you receive in April will be for 1 month, and moving forward, we will stick to monthly. So, and I'm going to yield the rest of my time back to Chief Thomas. Yes.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out. Before I start the award and accommodation, I would like to call the chaplain and our very own pastors in this community. I'm going to very close to the hospital of the airport. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I have been privileged to be a pastor in Lynwood for 20 years. And someone once said, communities rise and fall on good leadership. And I have never seen in 20 years the efficiency and effectiveness of any leader prior to Mayor Jada B. Perry. Can we put our hands together for her leadership? Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you for leadership. We thank you for guidance and direction and how you're shepherding with your hand of mercy and grace upon the village of Lynwood. We thank you for every single trustee that spends time, effort, beyond all of their personal commitments and their jobs outside of this great work, working together for this mayor, lifting up her king. But, oh God, we thank you for the safety that has been ensured by the fire chief and the police chief. Oh God, thank you for all the people that surround them, guide them and direct them. Oh God, thank you for the accolades and the promotions that you now are making known because of great leadership, because of great people. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Thank you again. Before I start, I would like to commend Hernandez, Commander Weinberg, Administrator Dyson, and our police and fire commissioners. The first award will be given out. I'll let Officer Creed. Officer Flanagan. Officer Kimbrough. You got to stand with me. These awards are given out to our overachievers. I don't want to be lengthy, it's a little warm. I will read the actual accommodation written, but I'll just do a brief narrative. These officers, when productivity was accounted for, when we look for self-initiative people, self-starters, we looked and we found that these officers stood out hands down. These are officers who exhibit great leadership, and not only this, when you look at their discipline files as well, it's non-existent. So oftentimes in law enforcement, officers get recognized or they're in the spotlight for something negative. And it's been impressed upon me to ensure that when men and women do a great job, they get recognized. And therefore, these accommodations are given to you, gentlemen, for your outstanding leadership and for your willingness to go above and beyond and for serving these great citizens in the village of Lynwood. Thank you for your service. This next one goes to Officer Eduardo Serrano. So, again, what we like to acknowledge is those officers that just take the self-initiative. And this officer was hired less than 6 months ago. and we created a category called Hit the Ground Running. And again, he came in, probably had one of the shortest FTO programs from the group of officers we hired, so he learned fast, and he fits right in. So motivated that we currently have a list for detectives, and without hesitation, I want to say he's probably the second person who applied for the job. I hope he do well in the interview. But nevertheless, look for his face, citizens. He's one of our newer guys, but certainly you wouldn't be able to tell by his productivity, his self-addition of work, and his dedication to you. So our Hit the Ground Running recipient this year is Officer Salami. These next awards are given to the various departments for their Employee of the Year awards for them. This first one I'm going to present. This is Employee of the Year award. Mr. Kimber is already up here, Jason Kimber. Again, when you look for somebody to stand out to receive that award, without a doubt, you're going to have to search. Every documentation that we have, his name stands out in the most positive way. He's also our K-9 officer. Look forward to midday when we have a dog right now.
Late March.
Late March, early March. So, but nevertheless, this officer is an outstanding officer, and he has set the bar high for those to follow. And I just want to tell him congratulations for being our 2023 Officer of the Year. So I won't go into many words. Sergeant Dennis Rojak was unable to make it, but for those same reasons, he would be our Supervisor of the Year. He received his award at a later date. And I can say some things about this next recipient, but I will let the Direct Supervisor do that for us.
Good evening, everyone. The chief came to us and said that they wanted to recognize special people in the department for doing great work, and we thought, absolutely. When he asked me about the clerk that I would choose to represent the record section, it was without a doubt that I chose Danielle. Danielle is excellent in clerk work. She keeps us organized, as well as myself and the other clerks, and she knows this job. She's always ready to pitch in. She comes in doing everything, overtime, whatever. So never telling me no. So I want to say congratulations. You are my records clerk of the year. Thank you so much.
This last award is pretty special. You know, I wrote some words to say. This is probably one of the most highest awards you can receive. When you were sworn in as a police officer, of course you took the oath to uphold the laws and the Constitution of this great village, the state, and our country. But more so than anything, our job is to preserve life and to save life. And I don't want to say my words because it just wouldn't be as meaningful. So I want to ask Mr. Logan to come forward. I want them to share the story and they will present this officer because they are the individuals who should present this next award. This is a life-saving award.
Thank you, Chief. On December 23rd, at 8:32 in the morning, our life went into a tailspin.
I'm sorry, Ms. Logan. How will that for your family before?
The kids, my grandkids.
my husband went into full cardiac arrest. Our morning has started normally. He had dropped one of our grandsons at work. He came home, and we had last-minute errands to run for the Christmas holiday. And all of a sudden, he said he just felt a little winded, and he sat down. I was upstairs. And I heard him, I guess, take his last breath. And I told my daughter, "Oh, my God, what was that?" And she said, "That was Dad." And I said, "Well, wake him up." And she says, "Dad's not breathing. Call 911. Our daughter, who is not present tonight, is an MA. And so she happened to be there for helping us celebrate for the holiday. She doesn't know how she got him off the couch, but she pulled him off the couch and started CPR immediately. And I called 911, and they were very responsive. But when you're in a situation like that, you're waiting, and it seems like it takes forever, because it seemed like it took forever. I called twice. And CPR is very hard, and it's very important. My daughter said she was getting tired, and our 16-year-old grandson said, "Mom, I got you." I didn't even know he knew CPR, and he did. They saved my husband's life, and so did the officer, because when they came into our home, this officer stepped in and took over, and he saved our husband's life, because the hospital said 90% don't make it because they don't know CPR. CPR is so vitally important. And they said, he shouldn't be here today, but with this officer and the grace of God, he is here. I'd like to present this award to you. School board is here tonight, and we have, in conjunction with them, I work with the PTA at Sandridge. My husband used to be the school board president. Sonia Jenkins Brown is now our school board president, and we are starting a CPR class at Sandridge because we feel it's very important. Our two granddaughters have been certified. Actually, Reverend, they did it at your church with the Girls on Fire. And our grandson here has been CPR certified, these two. So it's just so vitally important. He has no residual effects because the pump.
But before I close this portion of the ceremony, I want to personally thank each of you who stand behind me and around me. The mere definition of leadership means one must follow. And our agency is moving in the right direction, and our agency is moving towards the 21st century police-style policing. And it's because these leaders behind me and those men and women you see behind you. I really appreciate what you're doing for this village. I'm not a closed door leader. I believe that inspiration and leadership and direction comes from every aspect of the police department. So open the doors to any vision or any direction, we vet it, and if it's a positive move, we go with it. I also want to thank this Board of Commissioners who works with me. I mean, we can call you guys the last moment, and they'll assemble for us, the interview, and they are equally familiar. Also, this Board of Trustees, thank you. You do not know your smile, and the things you come out and support us with is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I worked in a town before, and you never saw me like this. But your faces and your commitment and your donations are awesome, as well as you, Madam Clerk. But I want to end just echoing what this great pastor said about this mayor. I can tell you now, Her leadership is above and beyond. The meetings we have, the directions we have. She has an HR background, and that plays into us. I think every department head here would say that she pushes. And the thing I love that she says, continuously echo this, says, I'm a resident of Lynwood. When I'm no longer the mayor, I'm still living in Lynwood. So I want you, the citizens, to know you have a real fighter and somebody who really loves this village. And Mayor, I want to thank you because your support for this agency is amazing. I've worked for other bosses, and I'm not here to knock any of them, but you're at the top of the list. And again, thank you all, and I think I'll close it with turn it over to you for closing remarks.
I want to thank Chief Thomas, these amazing commanders who helped to provide vision for the department. These men and women in blue, you all don't understand what it's like to wake up every day and be willing to put your life on the line. We're strangers. And so to see them not only come in with a smile on their face, but willing to protect and serve, makes me want to fight even harder for this village. We have refreshments because we want you all to stay and love on these police officers and these firemen, as well as this leadership team. Everyone knows I'm all about community. So tonight is about us celebrating, loving on them, and loving on each other. With that, is there a motion to adjourn? Motion by Dunlap, is it supported? Supported by Marshall. Roll call.
Eves. Yes. Billy.
Yes.
Dunlap. Yes. Blake.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
This meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for attending.